I am here at the Northwest Yonkers Republican Club with Tricia Lindsay. I think many people know her as an attorney, many people know her as a public speaker, but today she has announced a Senate run in New York. So I want to ask you, Tricia Lindsay, tell us about your candidacy. Why did you decide to run for Senate?
Why did I decide to run? Because I felt it was the right thing to do. For the past few years, I've been going around New York City, New York State, the country actually, prompting people and pushing them to rise as the magistrates, right? The doctrine of the lesser magistrates. I've been preaching that, teaching it, trying to empower people to step up and stand as we the people, stand against a tyrannical government, stand for your rights and to defend their rights, and to teaching them how to articulate their rights when they are met with some law or mandate or any action that would violate their constitutional and civil rights. And so it comes to a point where you yourself have to step into the ring. And I fought it because I said I'm already in the ring. But no, there was something else prompting me, and I was not completely in the ring. And being an attorney, I fully understand that lawsuits are wonderful. They help, but they take a long time. And so I decided, instead of being on the defense, to get in on the offense. And running for New York State Senate, I am on the offense at that point because I am now participating in the legislative process. I have the power to stop or a bill that is being proposed that violates the rights of our people, of the people. I have the power to speak. I have the authority now to speak in a room where these laws are being created that affects all of our lives on the local level. And so I decided it was time to come off of the defense, not completely because my practice is still there, but to come in to step onto the side of the offensive so that I can actually help to direct what's coming out of Albany and to bring transparency to Albany, because I think that's a large part of the problem. Most people don't know what's going on, and so if they don't know what's going on, how then do we fight against it?
What are the top issues that you're concerned with?
Oh wow, there are a number of them, but one of them is parental rights. Parental rights is being attacked on all fronts. And with the ERA amendment that is being proposed and that is slated to be on the 2024 presidential ballot, it's very dangerous because it purports itself to be one thing that it absolutely is not. Equal rights amendment. If someone sees that on the ballot, they're going to go down the line and just take it off, thinking that is great, right? Who doesn't want equal rights? But in actuality, it is abolishing all parental rights. And then there are bills that are lined up that are actually on the docket right now, sitting in Albany, that are slated to be voted on, and it is very dangerous. So the amendment, alongside the bills the laws that are ready to go, it's going to be a sweeping abolition of parental rights. And so there's so many other ones. There is the border issue with the migrant issue in our country. Crime is an issue. Housing is an issue. There's so many things that I could speak about that we probably don't have time for right now. But those are the top issues for me that I will be running on because they are what I'm passionate about. They are what issues that I see that are real problems and that really impacts the lives of Americans, of New Yorkers, the American citizens.
When you're speaking about the amendment as a parental rights issue,
yes,
that's in reference to the addition of age as a protected class. Is that
absolutely,
where that concern
absolutely,
comes from?
absolutely. The bill says, or the amendment says, that you cannot discriminate against anyone of any age, any gender. I mean, any age. That tells you that children, when you look at the bills that are slated to be voted on, children of any age can walk into a doctor's office and consent to any medical procedure without parental knowledge, without parental consent, although the parent has to pay for it or their insurance has to cover it. But yet, even with that bill, the parent is not notified as to what procedure their child has consented to. And that bill can be read so broadly. It really can. As far as your mind can go, let it go, because it literally says no discrimination. Age, of course it brings in race because it has to purport itself to be about that, right? It talks about gender because it's trying to purport itself to be a woman's rights issue, a woman's right amendment, but that's not what it is. It really is not. And I'm begging everyone to read it. I'm begging everyone not to vote on it. Look at the ballot this year, because if Bobby Ann Cox's lawsuit gets knocked out, then we're going to have to challenge it from a different end, but it won't be in time to stop it from going on the ballot. And it will be on the ballot, and there will be a yes or no checkbox. And if you check yes, thinking that you're voting for equal rights, you're actually voting for the abolition of parental rights, which is voting for the destruction of our children. Period. No other way to put it.
I think that when most people see language like that about age discrimination and age being a protected class, they think it applies to older adults being discriminated against in employment, especially. Why? What is the? I think a lot of people would assume that it wouldn't apply to minors, that kind of language would not apply to children.
Right.
So what is the reason that for people to think that language in the amendment would apply to children as well as adults?
Because it says of any age. If it applied to adults, it wouldn't have to say any age. It says any person of any age. It is specific to that. And it doesn't put an age limit in it. There is no age. It doesn't say any child above a certain age. It doesn't say a young person or, a particular individual of a certain age. It says at any age. And then when you look at the bills that are on the docket, slated to come down, that slated to be voted on this legislative session, it says the bills literally say that a child of any age can consent to any medical procedure with or without their parents' knowledge or consent, right? Certain bills are saying children of a certain age, but look at the bill where they're passing that wants to propose comprehensive sexual education in the schools. That's specific, and it says it starts in kindergarten. Right, so they're specifically saying sex ed, comprehensive sexual education will be taught to kindergartners. Because if any logical individual thinks about comprehensive sexual education, you would know that children at 5 and 6 years old don't need to be taught comprehensive sexual education. That is a subject that will be taught at a later age to a child that is more mature and can handle certain topics. But they're specific and telling you, no, it's no longer just teenagers, it's no longer middle schoolers or high schoolers. We're now taking that down to the basic elementary level. The school-age child coming in needs to learn comprehensive sexual education. I'm not sure why my brain can go there, but I will not do that at this present moment. But I challenge everyone, take your mind there.
You're running as a Republican.
Yes, I am.
Do you think that you have a difficult race ahead of you?
Anything worth having is going to take a fight, right? And do I have a difficult race? Of course. The incumbent has been in office for years. She's not going to give it up lightly. So it's a fight, but it's a fight I'm ready for. It's okay. It's what I think I'm here to do, what I'm going to do, and all I can do is give it my best shot and wake the people up. And I think the citizens of New York are tired. And I don't care what side of the aisle they sit on, I think they are tired. And so if they are really tired, if they are awake, and they don't like the way that New York has been run and what's going on, then I challenge them. I challenge them to make an informed decision. Look at what I stand for, listen to my policies. I am who I am. If you look me up, I am consistent across the board. And so I challenge you to try something different so you can get something different, unless you are completely happy with the way things are right now.
Where can people learn more about your candidacy and about you?
Tricia Lindsay for State Senate. Tricia Lindsay for StateSenate.com. Yes, I'm sorry, we just launched today. But if you look me up, you will find me. Thank you so much. And I'm on Instagram at Tricia Lindsay for Senate, Tricia for State Senate, Twitter, Tricia for State Senate. Oh, it's the same across all platforms. You can find me there.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.